A client met his banker to discuss opening a restaurant in a busy airport. In us, he found a partner that understood the importance of reaching for the sky. First Horizon Bank. Let's find a way. Go to firsthorizon.com/Mac.
And we're live. Welcome to Strikeout Beer After Dark with your pals Alan and Rapid Dave. I'm Alan.
I'm Rapid Dave.
Whoa, who knew?
What's up, man?
Who knew?
How you doing?
You know what? It's weird. Like, we've been drinking, right?
Uh-huh.
But I don't feel like we've been drinking.
I got a little bit of a buzz.
You don't. That's a lie.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It feels like I do.
No.
I've been drinking.
That's just all that testosterone you got because you had to push that.
All that tea.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
Yeah, high tea.
It gets the blood pumping.
The
You
blood
got to
pumping.
move something that weighs a couple hundred pounds. All of a sudden, you're just...
swole going, you know.
So we did our mid-show chug. If you're part of the Patreon, check it out.
Shotgun.
Strikeout a shotgun. That's right. We did it. Instead of the chug, we did a shotgun. We're going to keep mixing it up week by week for the mid-show action. We'll just call it mid-show action.
Yeah.
The hands-on action.
Sometimes you got to pay double for that kind of action.
Yeah. So patreon.com/strikeout beer. But now, for the late show, we're bringing out the draft tops. You know, we actually have an extra draft top right here. We're still looking to give away the old US of A colors. But you got the Pro, and I got the OG.
I got the double wing action going on here.
Do you remember how to use that?
We'll find out.
Well, okay.
What?
Oh, nothing. You got it. I don't have a towel in here.
Huh?
I said I don't have a towel in here.
That's a mistake.
I mean, I'm just telling you.
A rookie mistake.
I'm telling you right now. I just ain't got it. Do you go back and forth?
I usually do. We go that way. I think we got it popped, and we will see.
Yeah. Look at that.
Ha ha! Ka-chow!
Yeah, see, yours, the 2.0 keeps it. The other one, for me, it goes in. I
Look at that pour.
I didn't have to push it in or anything. Came right off. Look at that. And most people enjoy it right there, straight from the can. Because now it's topless.
Yeah, drink topless.
Yeah, DraftKings. Now, it's going to pop up here in a second. If you are interested in saving 10% on a product like this, there's going to be a link in the description and popping up in the stream here shortly. So, big shout out. So, yeah, I like that. So, we're having a little zero action tonight.
Well, yeah, a little Budweiser zero going on.
It worked.
You know?
I had a good grip on the can is what it was.
A good grip on the can.
But let me tell you, it works better for commercially produced beers.
Yes.
It doesn't seem to always work or hardly work on craft beer cans. I don't know why.
Just, it's a different
beast.
Yeah. Things are different.
The world is different.
The world was a different place back then.
So anyways,
oh, man.
What's up? How are you?
I'm doing all right. Can't complain.
Yeah.
Just another day in paradise. Just working on hustling this year. That's the goal of this year is the hustle.
Hustle.
All
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, cool.
Why not?
What topics we got
Get
for
some
tonight?
things. I don't know, man. You want to talk about?
It's crazy. I've never had this thing work for me because I don't know what I'm doing. How do you eject this?
If you could abolish laws. I'd go from the other side. Okay, there you go. What law would you abolish?
I don't know.
And why?
Ooh. If I can get rid of any law?
Any law.
Well, you can't get too weird on this one, right? You're going to be...
why not?
You're going to get weird. Or
why can't you?
Any law, huh? Dang. I don't know. You got any ideas?
I mean...
Get rid of something... I automatically think of like speeding and shit, but you gotta have some type of
I mean,
laws.
it works pretty good for the Autobahn, right?
Well, they have laws there, and it's certain lanes go certain speeds and stuff like that, so you don't smash into somebody like that. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything. I saw it, and
this was your question.
I brought it up, and because I saw it, and I was like,
that would lead me to believe that you had something.
I just like thinking about stuff like that.
You just like thinking about it.
Yeah.
You don't want to talk about it or anything like that. We just want to think about it. You want to workshop some? Let's throw some laws out there. Like, I don't know, seatbelt law.
I don't think that should be a law.
You don't think it should be?
No.
Okay.
It's only about self-preservation. If you don't give a shit about yourself, who cares?
Okay. All right.
Like, why do I care about someone else's? Like, they don't want, like, they're just going to do whatever they want. You know what
I'll tell you a law to get rid of. The fact that you can't buy alcohol after a certain time.
That has always been a problem, and on Sundays.
And you can't buy liquor in Texas on Sundays. I can buy all the beer I want after 10 o'clock in the morning.
I think I had that written down.
And
that's one of the things I was like, yeah, this because we're a beer show.
And you have to go to certain places to buy it. Like, you have to go to, if you want liquor, you have to go to a liquor store here in Texas. Whereas, like, up north, up in Michigan, I'll just go to my local Meijer.
Go to CVS. Kentucky.
Walmart, and just
Walmart. Dude, the one in Kentucky, like Frankfurt or whatever, you got your main two entrances, right? You know, grocery and whatever the hell else.
GM.
And then they have the liquor store right next to it. So you go in there, and the shit, it's so cheap anyways because it's Kentucky. But I'm like, I'm in a candy store, man. Just like, give me this, give me this, give me this. I'm like, I'm driving all the way home. Everything's clinking around. I could buy the shit here. And the gas that I'm using probably to transport it. I'm not saving any money. But I'm like, I'm getting it from the source.
Yeah, it was funny because I grew up in Michigan, right? But I moved down here when I was 15. So like liquor and that just wasn't really on like my radar or anything like that. So I didn't really pay attention to that when I was a kid growing up, right? And then when I moved down here, when I went back up to Michigan to visit after I think I was like 23 or something like that the next time I went. And I'm walking down, I'm walking in the grocery store and I got an end cap right here of Captain Crunch. And the next one's a whole end cap of Jaeger. And I was like, I like where their heads are at here.
They got their thinking caps on.
Yeah. I got my Captain Crunch and I got my Jaeger. What else do I need? But this was my early 20s when that's what you did was you just freaking Jaeger.
Yeah. I think I would make sure that, it's staying on the beer thing, right? Like, you can't drink until you're like, some people say 21, and I think some states it might. Is it 21 across the whole U.S.? I think it's got to be right. Yeah. Well, let's bump that up maybe a little bit.
I don't know. I think 21's fine, but like, so here's something that I have like an issue with, like, and you'll hear people talk about it, right? Mm-hmm. If you're in the military, if you're in the military, mm-hmm. you should be able to drink a freaking beer. At 18, 19, whatever. Yeah. You're out there putting your life out there, and if you want a damn beer, have a fucking beer. Right?
So yeah, I think it's true to a certain limit, right? I think if you can enlist into the military, that should be the age where you can have a beer.
And maybe we'll
raise it up from 18 to 21.
Maybe not even that, but like if you're 18, you're in the military and you're on base, mm-hmm. you can drink. Right?
Something like that.
Because you're kind of in that controlled scene. Because again, I do get 18, 19 not being able to drink. I was dumb when I was that age, right?
Yeah. Well, you're dumb at 21.
I'm done at 21, right?
Dumb at 30. Dumb at 40. You know what I mean? We just keep getting dumber as the decades go on.
Yeah. But like they just moved up like the age to buy like cigarettes to like 21, which was weird, right?
Yeah. Just get rid of cigarettes.
Right.
Is there anything more annoying smell in the world?
You can't vape until you're 21 either,
That doesn't bother me half as bad, even though it's still terribly bad. But walking by someone that has a cigarette lit there outside smoking, that's the most annoying thing on earth. Like that smell of a cigarette.
If you go to a store, they're right there by the front door when you're walking in because they got to hurry up and finish up their cig before they go in.
Before they finish up there. That was a walk. Jesus Christ, guy took like 18 steps. He just started walking.
It's Jokic. He's good.
After he got past the 3-point line, he stopped dribbling.
Yeah. But again, it's Jokic. He can do that.
But yeah, it's terrible. You walk into a store, you got the other people outside smoking. It's just terrible. Oh, God. The only acceptable place for smoking is a casino. That's the only place where I'll be like, you know what? Fine.
I know
what I'm getting into, and it still sucks.
I was out delivering, and there's is it Carrabba's?
Carrabba's?
Yeah. The Italian restaurant, right?
Carrabba's
and there's one on Precinct Line, and I went in there, and you go pick up the orders at the bar, and I'm standing there, and I'm waiting for the order to come, and I'm like, what the fuck is that smell? You can still smoke at the bar in Carrabba's.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Yes. I turn, I look, this guy's freaking
maybe he's just doing it.
They've got a Carrabba's ashtray right there that he's using.
Remember when you could smoke in a McDonald's? Remember those little metal McDonald's?
you used to be able to smoke on an airplane.
Let's see, I missed the Bengals pick. Bengals 30, Ravens 17. All right. So, yeah, Rad Brad's taking the Bengals.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm shocked.
By a mile.
I'm shocked.
It's I remember when you could smoke
Everywhere.
anywhere. I also remember when, and this is restaurants too.
Oh, I got punched at a Carrabba's.
Oh God, need some. Do you want to call in and tell us this story, or do you want to type this up because we're gonna have to hear it? Like, I'll connect my phone right now for you.
Just for you, sir.
Let me get my Bluetooth going because I think we got to hear this. I know you might be at work, so I understand that, but I just want to. All right,
or if you want to record a video of you telling the story, we'll post it at a later date.
That might be even better,
right?
Like, it's just him, like,
he's
storybook time.
I can call him, but I'm driving.
I mean, that's fine if you can. If you
have
want
a hands-free device that you're using, sir?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll have to get my headphones.
I just kind of picture him just sitting there at his desk, and you see him walk up, and he sits down, and he pulls out a cig and lights it. So here I was at Carrabba.
The line's open. You got my phone number, so if you want to call, you're more than welcome. I'll open it up.
My car's a hands-free device. Oh no!
Oh God!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
My brother got a Cadillac SUV, and I was like, "Did you get the new one that just drives itself?" He goes, "That's the newer. That's 1 year newer than what I got." I go, well, then take it back, man.
Stop wasting our time.
I was like, take it back. I don't give a damn about that car if it doesn't drive itself.
Right.
Congratulations, you bought a car just like the rest of us.
Yeah, that's cool. Your car does the same thing my 1986 does.
I got the 82 Dodge. I gotta have my hands on the steering wheel of that piece of shit. It's like
ridiculous.
Brad Oric.
There we go. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna put it on the road, and then there you go. You should be able to hear him.
Caller, are you on the air? No.
What the hell?
He's not on the air.
Hold on.
Son of a.
There we go. We should be good.
Hello.
What about now?
Oh, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
welcome Mr. Rad Brad to the show.
Oh, that's super loud. Sorry about that. I'm still
Listen to all that applause. This is great.
So you got punched at a Carrabba's?
Yeah. So so my wife's birthday is on Valentine's Day, so we went to Carrabba's for Valentine's Day because that's what she wanted, and we had the kids with us and her mother-in-law, or her mother, so my mother-in-law. So we get seated at like a high top by the bar, which I don't know how your Carrabba's are set up, but it's generally not a great place to sit with a family.
No, any bar is not. It's not a good place to sit up top, a high top. At a bar.
So we get seated, and there's this guy at the bar, and he's got a couple friends with him. And very big guy. I would say probably like 6'3", 6'4", probably about 250, 275.
All right.
But he's very loud, very, very obnoxiously drunk on a random Wednesday, Valentine's Day.
Everybody grieves or celebrates their own way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you do you, but it's a little sad.
Yeah.
You probably know the feeling. Sweaty, fast breathing, quick heart rate. That's a cortisol spike. It feels awful, and its imbalance is the cause of your anxiety. Rebalance Health's 3-part anxiety system helps address it at the root. Rebalance Health lozenges are natural and designed for optimal absorption, providing 24-hour relief. Live life fully without feeling like you're fighting for it. Get 50% off your first month with code CALM23 at rebalancehealth.com.
The Hartford Small Business Insurance knows that running a small business is a big-time commitment. So this holiday season, they're celebrating hardworking small business owners with a chance to go to iHeartRadio Jingle Ball in Miami on December 16th. Nominate yourself or another small business owner for a chance to win a trip for two. Includes airfare, 2-night hotel, tickets to the show, plus $1,000 in spending cash. For official rules and entry information, visit iHeartRadio.com/smallbusiness.
But he's using some profanity and some words, and the kids were probably, 10 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
So my mother-in-law was like, hey, tapped the friend on the shoulder and was like, hey, can you guys, not say what you're saying? I won't repeat it because it's kind of gross, but it's not like he's saying, shit or anything like that. He's talking, graphic, gross porn stuff.
Describing his Tennessee log jam from earlier in the day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Oh,
Pretty
my
much.
God.
And what can go in there to help relieve it.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyway.
Okay.
So anyway, she taps him on the shoulder, and the dude's like, the friend's kind of sober, and he's like, oh, yeah, we're sorry. No problem. So the guys, they keep drinking, and we're waiting to order our food. And something happens. I don't remember exactly what happened, but he gets kind of mad. This big guy gets kind of mad, and he has a wine in like a wine glass, and he's like, I'm leaving this place, blah, 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 blah.
Oh.
So he goes outside, and we're just laughing because it's like, this is sad. This is kind of, whatever. We're just laughing at him. And as he's walking out, he looks back at our table. I'm assuming because my mother-in-law told the friend, hey, guys, keep it down. Don't use those kind of words or language or whatever. So he goes outside, and we're like, oh, okay, well, now it's quiet. We can order in peace. So we order our food. This dude comes back in like 10 minutes later, makes a beeline straight to our table, and I'm on the outer edge of the table. My wife's to the left of me, and then the kids are on the opposite side of me. So I'm thinking, I'm going to have to kill a guy in Carrabba's. Like, what is going on here?
He clutches that steak knife.
Yeah. It's a Valentine's birthday dinner, and I'm going to have to shank a dude over my pasta. So he looks at me, and he was like, what's so funny? Or something like that. And I'm like, you. Like, why don't you just leave? And he goes, why don't you just leave, bitch? And he punches me in the face.
What a jackass.
So for some reason, my first instinct was to grab a fork. And I was just going to swing it at him. Just because I'm like... So my wife grabs that hand that has the fork in it. She's like, don't, just leave it alone. And there's another guy and girl behind him in a booth. And this dude's like, the guy that's with his girlfriend or wife, whatever, looks like John Cena. Like, he's massively muscular, big. Puts the guy in a full Nelson. I stand up, and I'm like, well, you're going to jail now, bitch. I call 911, and they get the police there. So this John Cena guy pushes, has him in a full Nelson, walks him to the door, and pushes him out the door.
Oh, God.
And then, everybody's like, oh, are you all right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. No big deal. I think he kind of busted my lip a little bit. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, whatever. And in the meantime, we haven't even got our food yet. So all this is happening. We haven't even got our food yet. The kids dove under the table. They're crying because they're freaked out. So, like, my mother-in-law is... She follows the guy outside, and she's like, hey, what's your name? Whatever. And I'm like, no, come back. Like, go get him. Don't worry about it. And he tries to run away. So she follows him. He ducks into a Hallmark store because the Carrabba's is part of this, like,
it's a strip center, right? Yeah.
He ducks into a Hallmark store. She stands outside the Hallmark store, and I'm out there, and I'm like, go back in, take care of the kids. I'll make sure the police get them. No big deal. So he leaves the Hallmark store and is walking to, like, a bar that's connected to the mall. And the sheriff shows up, and he was like, he already knows what happened, and I'm like, it's this dude right here. He's trying to run. He looks like he's headed down to this, I forget what, the Bar Louie or something. So they go pick him up, and they're like, just go back inside, we'll take care of it. I'm like, all right. So I go back in. Kids are out from under the table.
God.
The food has arrived in doggy, like, to-go bags, and they're like, you don't have to pay for it, just, you probably just want to go home. And we're like, yeah, we kind of do. It's embarrassing. And the sheriffs come back in, and they get me and the John Cena looking dude, and they're like, can you come out and ID him? So we go out, and I'm like, yep, that's him. So
did you flip him the bird?
I don't know. Say what?
Did you flip him the bird as he's sitting in the back of the cop car?
He wouldn't even look. He wouldn't even look at us.
Oh.
Like he had his face the other direction. I'm like, yeah, that's him. And I don't remember what it was about this week, but the Monday was a holiday or something. And I don't know what holiday it was.
Probably
so it
Martin
may
Luther
not
King
have been
Day or something.
exactly. Yeah, it may not have been exactly on the 14th, but that weekend or something, because Monday was a holiday.
Yeah.
So this dude punched me in the face and got to spend 3 days in jail because the court was closed on Monday.
Oh, you jackass! Like, you know what I mean? Like, what a
3
bitch.
days in jail for a drunken punch in the face and almost a murder with a fork. I don't know what he was thinking, but he must have just been sad and lonely. And here's the kicker. There's a kicker. Our neighbors our one neighbor works with the guy's husband.
All right.
So I tell them the name. So we tell them the story, and they're like, "We know that name." And I'm like, "What do you mean you know that name?" And they're like, "Oh, his husband works with me." And I'm like, "Well, that was probably a pretty sad fucking weekend. Like, something must have happened in that household to where he's out drinking alone without his husband, and then he gets arrested for assault."
Taking a shot at somebody, sitting there with a family.
He gets thrown in a full Nelson by John Cena.
John Cena out of nowhere.
And his name is John Cena.
Jesus.
But needless to say, we got our meal comp, and they gave us like $100 gift card or something.
That's awesome.
So let me ask you this: when the guy was in the full Nelson, you didn't go ahead and take a couple shots?
A little pop shot?
No. My wife said, "Don't do it because you'll get arrested. You don't want to get arrested in front of the kids." And I'm like, "You're kind of right."
Yeah.
Take the kids to the car. I got this, babe.
Yeah.
Take the kids to the car. I'll be out there in a minute.
Like, I feel like if it were just me and her there, it might have been a little different. I might have went to jail too, but I don't know. It's defending yourself, so maybe they wouldn't have arrested me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you go to jail for retaliation,
For
like on the spot.
self-defense.
Yeah, it's on the spot.
Now, if you're in the NFL, you'd get the flag for the retaliation.
Well,
so luckily
you might get a
you're not in
fine
the
or
NFL. So
Yeah.
Jesus, Brad, thank you
So
so
that's my
much for that
Carrabba
story.
it's so great.
You're welcome.
I got punched in
All
the
right.
face out of Carrabba's. That was the best thing ever. I was like, oh my god.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
Thank
See
you,
you,
brother.
bud.
Have a good one.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
And folks, that is the time that Rad Brad got punched in the face at a Carrabba's. Oh my god.
And the story took a different turn than I thought it was going to.
Yeah?
Because like when he's sitting there talking about who's there, he's like, "I'm there, my kids, and my wife's mother, my mother-in-law." I thought he was going to talk about how his mother-in-law punched him in the face. Like the way he was kind of setting it up, I'm like, "So your mother-in-law punched you in the face?"
That's how I thought it was going to go down. Like I was like, shit, the mother-in-law took a swing at you?
Right?
I was like, damn. I was like, what did you do?
Carrabba's?
At Carrabba's? About a Carrabba's. Bitches be crazy. You know what? And then the guy's drinking wine. You know, the wine will just make you crazy. Make you real mouthy. Turn you right into a bitch where you just want to swing at somebody. You leave and then come back. And then
He goes and hides out in a Hallmark.
oh, my God.
And then runs to a Bar Louie.
Ain't there a Bar Louie around here? I need another drink. After taking a swing at somebody in public, that's what you need to do is go to the fucking bar. God, what a dipshit. Yeah, fucking John Cena. What happened? I got a full Nelson. Someone put me in a full Nelson out
John
there.
Cena got me.
Oh my God. That's what Brad should have done. As soon as John Cena got him, he goes, and his name is John Cena.
Did y'all get that package I sent?
I don't have anything.
Where'd you send it to?
Yeah, I think he sent it here.
You send it there?
Yeah, he asked for my address like
Okay.
yesterday or the day before.
No.
I don't think so. Does it say it was delivered?
Is John Cena in it?
Oh my God, that'd be amazing. You just missed the greatest story ever about a Carrabba's.
Or maybe he was here and he just didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I forgot he is now banned from all Cincinnati Carrabba's.
No. Not the Carrabba's.
I was gonna say now Brad and I got to go to a damn Carrabba's, but I was like, but now he's banned. So
Well, not Rad Brad. Rad Brad's not banned.
no. But we're gonna go looking for this.
You go look for that guy?
Yeah.
Well, they know who he is. They know his husband. So
Yeah. Kiss this guy.
can we arrange like a reunion and maybe like getting an apology from the guy and see if, maybe there can be a friendship there or something.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Someone walks in and slugs me in the face. Lizzie's going to have it. He's going to be dead in 5 seconds because Lizzie will pick up the knife or the fork and put it right in his neck.
Brett said it's possible. Where's that draft top at?
Maybe tomorrow.
Crack that bad boy open again.
Yeah. It's so far away.
It is.
So far. There you go. But yeah, what a great story, Red Brad. Appreciate you giving us a call and going through it because, that was worth every second. Welcome in, Old School Wizard, the 2.0 Wizard. How you doing, sir? Good to see you in here. Hope you had a wonderful stream earlier this morning. I caught most of it. I had you up while I was hanging out at the office. I don't mind going to the office. I actually really enjoy it. And they started mentioning that they're tracking.
Oh, yeah. No, they've been.
How many people are going in there as from the first of the year. Because I think they're starting to downsize.
It fell in.
Uh-oh.
I lost it.
Oh, you'll be all right.
I turned it the wrong way.
Hey, that thing, look at that, though. Dude.
There's no better pour.
The new DraftKings are awesome. The new Draft Top is awesome. DraftKings, if you want a link to that, we got a link for that, too.
We got a link for everything.
Someone asked about that, like, hey, is anybody interested in DraftKings or what's it called? They didn't mention like how they were going to give them a link. I go, I got a link for anybody that is. Say get you 10% bonus and a free shot or something. I don't know.
A shot.
God. Right now we're having Budweiser Zero, full flavored, 0 alcohol brew, 50 calories, 0.0 alcohol by volume, and 0 sugars. 0 sugar, that is. Now, this one is got, I noticed this one and the Busch NA. They both have about 12 carbs in it.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Some of the beers that we had this week, though, from Groovy, is it Groovy or Truby?
Groovy,
I think it's Groovy. It was down to like 2.8 carbs. 2.8 carbs, and it was like phenomenal. It was really good. Super light. It was a Kolsch. And then I think there was another one we had as well. So, well, yeah, it's getting into fights or getting swung at. It's like, especially like say now, I can't remember the last time someone took a poke at me, and it's like, what the hell? Especially at my age, I'm 40 something now. I don't really hang out in rough areas like that, but yeah, you get seated in a bar area with a family like that, family setting, and you get some graphic.
Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Graphic and loud storytellers, and it's like, dude, just go to a bar. Don't go to frickin' a Carrabba's or a TGI Fridays getting all wild ass. You know what I mean? God, dog. But yeah, this beer for me, this one is just about up the same alley as a Busch NA. You can drink this beer anytime, and it's quite tasty.
I actually kind of enjoy it. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't mind it, to be honest with you. It's a lighter beer. It's easy. It's smooth.
Yeah.
No weird aftertaste or nothing like that. It's a pretty
doesn't
solid.
have that watered down taste you get with a lot of NAs.
Uh-huh.
So
most NAs that we've tried, though, the ones that are kind of watered down, they're from craft breweries. You know what I mean? So it's slightly different, right? It's different, but
that Guinness was watered down.
Oh my God, it was so bad. I think the guys from the beer show, the Sunday night show or whatever, Traveling Dan Band, Dan Man, and they were having it. I was like, anybody else had this? I go, I've had it, and I didn't like it. It's watered down Guinness. It's what it tastes like. It tastes like 50-50.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh yeah, it's not too bad. I was like, nah.
Be a man.
Just
stand by your ground.
Like steak by it. Just say it sucks.
Yeah.
Just say it sucks.
It's like someone's like, I'm gonna take half Coke, half Diet Coke. You know, because I'm watching the calories, so I only want half and half.
I never understood that, but yeah, that's like when they had half Diet Dr. Pepper and a half regular. I was like, what are you doing?
What are you doing here?
It's like
it's not doing anything.
I save on the carbs. Oh, okay, so you're going to take in 25 carbs instead of 50. Okay. Hey, if you're looking to cut, I guess. I mean, whatever.
Every little bit helps, right?
It does.
Is that the way it works?
I assume so. What we got over there? So we've already changed some laws. We're gonna change how. He's doing the MC Hammer.
Yeah. It just keeps going. You wanted to talk about what I have it written down here. Where'd it go?
Doing great.
Where'd it go?
You're doing phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
You want to talk about morons wanting to save their chair with a towel?
Oh my God! So someone posted a video. And it was like, it's not even 6 a.m. yet. And there, you see these idiots sprinting. Like the pool, I guess, area just opened or whatever. And you got this ding-dong out there just running, throwing chairs down on chairs and stuff like that. And I was like, there was a couple dudes sprinting, a couple women briskly walking. And then other people just kind of being normal, like, oh, yeah, I'm here. I'm just going to park it right here. The pool looked about like the size of mine. And then it had like 150 chairs around it. The pool to chair ratio was insane.
It's out of control.
And two, when's the last time you went on vacation, like to a beach or something like that, where a pool was involved or something like that?
I went to the beach last spring break. We went for a little bit.
Was there a pool there?
No, we were just at the beach.
When was the last time that you were at like a pool setting or something like that where you would reserve chairs or something like that? You ever been to one of those?
Yeah, I don't think I went to NRH2O a couple times last year.
And like when it opens up, you have people like heading towards the chairs as fast as they can.
Yeah. You're going to the chairs to save your spots and stuff like that. And
I guess that's a little different
because you got coolers and stuff like that that you're taking in with you, and
not to mention you're not going back to your room. You're already there. You're at a location.
I'm there for that. Right? Yeah.
Okay. So this asshat they're on vacation. And so they get up early to get there so they can get the perfect, they want to sit close to the pond of a pool.
Right.
And they got, whatever. And it's like, what the hell are they doing? Listen. If you think that little fucking skinny ass white towel that you toss on that chair is going to do something, I got bad news for you. What are you going to do when you get back down there?
I can lift a towel.
And you're like, oh, I reserved these. You can't reserve these chairs.
So you're at a hotel, and you wake up.
You got like a family of 6.
You go, you throw towels down on the chairs, and then you leave, and you come back a couple hours later.
You come back at like after brunch, after lunch, or whatever.
That's not the way it works.
Like 10, 11 o'clock.
That's not the way it works.
First
of all, they're hotel towels. So guess what? That's my towel.
How are you like just sitting there like, no, I was here earlier and I reserved. There hadn't been anybody here for 3 hours. You know what I mean? Like nah.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
okay, no, you're an idiot. Yeah.
I've never understood it. I don't get it. And I really don't know who all plays
I've never
by those
seen
kind of
this.
roles anyway.
Like, I've never witnessed this.
It's ridiculous. I just saw a video of it. I've seen, because one, I'm never up that early. If I'm on vacation, I'm not getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go throw towels on a fucking chair.
Yeah, not for that. Now, I will wake up. Like, there is something different about like vacation. Like, I will wake up earlier, right? I'm not waking up at 5 in the morning, but I want to get up and at them. I'm on vacation, so I want to get up. I want to eat breakfast at a reasonable time and get out and start doing stuff, right? Because you're only there for a certain amount of time. I'm not sleeping in when I'm on vacation somewhere.
Well, no, I'm there for like 10 days, like a full week. You know what I mean? Saturday. Well, I guess it's, not Friday.
That's over a week.
Not Friday to Sunday. But
right.
Yeah, most of the time when we get like a condo or something like that, it's Saturday to Saturday. So you're there for 7 days. And it's like, yeah, no, I'm on vacation. I'm relaxing. And plus I don't have young children like waking me up either or having to worry about anything. I'm just an adult, so I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I don't have kids.
Right.
And so I'm like, all right.
Well, this has nothing to do with the kids. It's just because I went to Jamaica we were there for 5 or 6 days, I think it was. Mm-hmm. And we were up late every night, and we were down at breakfast by 8 o'clock every morning.
No, thank you. There's no reason
because there's so much crap going on at the resort and so many things you want to do. You're getting up and you're getting to it.
Even when we were in Mexico, I didn't get up that early.
Yeah.
I was like, no, not happening.
No, man.
Not
Vacation mode's different.
Yeah. I think the problem was we stayed up so late in Mexico. There's no way I could get up that. Like, we stayed up so fucking late, and I'm like,
oh yeah, we would close the bars down on the resort,
and I'm just like, I can't move. I can't move my body. I'm like laying there, and I'm just like dying slowly. I go, this is terrible. This is a terrible idea. Why did we even come down here?
And I think it was one of those where I was pretty much drunk the entire time I was there. Like, I don't think I sobered up.
Yeah.
Because you'd wake up and you start drinking at breakfast. Like,
yeah.
Let me get a mimosa. You know, let me get, like, yeah, can I get you something to drink? Yeah. Orange juice, you got some vodka to go in that? Yeah, sure do, sir. Let me go get that for you. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I just don't get people that do that shit. And I don't know people who like, okay, well, I guess that's reserved. I'm like, what? Ain't nobody there. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the hell's not going to, what are you, not going to sit there? You know what I'm saying? Or sit wherever you want, I guess. But, yeah, the whole towel holding a spot is just the weirdest thing for me.
Yeah. See,
if
something
you run
like
by,
that,
you're
that
just
doesn't...
dusting like 10 chairs with like these.
Yeah. Now, if you're at, like, so we went to NRH2O, yeah, that's a different situation.
Well, yeah, you get there and you're parked, you're posted
right.
up.
We're there at the water park the whole time. And yeah, you got to have somewhere to put your stuff.
Yeah, that happens. You know what I mean? Like, you always have your crap like that. But yeah, dude, no, I was like, this is like the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It's like, and especially like when we go get chairs, like, so like if we go to the beach, we're renting the chairs anyways.
Right.
Everything's like reserved. You have to pay for it or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, like even where the pool area is, I'm like, I ain't getting up early to go down there, get no damn spot in the pool.
No.
I came here for the beach. I got a pool.
Yeah.
I came here to sit in the sand, man.
Listen here. I'm not going to get chafing over here at this pool, okay? I want the full experience. I need to go to the beach and get that sand all over me and just chafe like nobody's business.
You know when I go to the pool? It's after I've been at the beach for 8 hours, and I need some fresh water.
I need to rinse all the sand off of me.
Like, you need to take a shower. Go big old body of water right there. Yeah. I'm going right in there. It'll come off.
Cannonball.
I go that sprinkler head that doesn't hit all the spots that it needs to hit. I go, once I get in the pool, I can clear everything out.
Right. I don't have a removable shower head. You don't want me laying on my back, my legs kicked up in the air, my legs spread apart as I'm trying to get this out of over here, you know. Because it's hard to clean that taint when you're in the shower.
I sit in the surf towards the end of the day, you know, when the waves are kind of rolling in and it's beautiful outside. I sit down in the surf, or I'll go like waist deep and just sit out in the water, and I got beers in my hand. I'm hanging out. Kids are, you know, splashing around, having a good old time, and just sitting there chilling. You know, that's my time. And then, I'm covered in sand.
Oh, yeah.
I got sand everywhere by the time I leave. But I get in the freshwater pool, kind of a little moving around, get everything kind of knocked off of me. Yeah. Oh, my God. That's why I wanted to bring it up. I was like, I want to know if anybody's ever done it. You know, I think it's just weird. Bob Sturm and them talked about it, you know, and, you know, Corby and all them, they've all talked about it from the ticket. And it's just like, who acknowledges that that's something?
Right.
Like, what the hell is this?
It's not even your towel.
Yeah, I go downstairs.
How do you prove that's your towel? Like, as far as I know, the freaking resort laid towels down on all the benches for me. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, really. Like, who comes up to you like, oh, we reserved, we got the, like, what?
Huh?
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't see your name on here or anything like that. Like,
Jesus Christ.
Let me go.
Oh, God. What do we got here? Whoa, Jesus, that's a big bong. What is she doing?
I don't know.
I can stand just looking at her like she's crazy.
Right. We did the last vacation, but someone stayed there the whole time. So, I mean, if you're there...
I actually don't even want to sit that close to the pool, and I'll tell you why. There's like, we were posted up in our little area at one of the, I think Destin or something like that. So we're in like a pretty nice little resort. And then you got all these kids, like wild ass, like just they jump in the pool, just going ape shit,
just partying, and having fun, right?
Just getting water. I was like, I don't want to sit here. I want to sit back away from the damn pool. I got my own party, and I don't include kids.
Right.
I'm gonna sit back, listen to some music, and hang out, and have some beers and stuff like that. But then, like, you get warm, you're like, let me get in the pool or whatever. You're sitting there hanging out in the pool. You got these effing kids like jumping out. I go, you little sons of bitches, you're gonna drown in this pool.
I'm too drunk to save you.
I'm like, she got rid of the bog. Now she got the glasses on. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
Oh, God. Anyways, what do we
got? Biggest bust of 2023.
You want to go fantasy football?
I mean, that's all I got left on the run sheet is football stuff.
God. All right, we'll switch over to NFL. So This one I think is quite easy. I think after all the hype, all the just absolute, this guy, Kyle Pitts was the biggest letdown. I think Jonathan Taylor Thomas was kind of a bust as well.
I mean, he was the 1-1 and finished
a 101, but Kyle Pitts was there was so much hype around Kyle Pitts. So much hype.
Honestly didn't even know he played this year.
I'm telling you,
like
it was so weird. By the time the end of the year, and he caught a touchdown like week 7 or week 18. Week 18, he caught a touchdown. Everybody's like, "Oh, you son of a bitch!" Look that up real quick, and then also let's talk about who your bust is.
Kyle Pitts stats. 28 catches, 356 yards, and 2 TDs. That's not good. Not that he had a lot of touchdowns last year either, though. I mean, he only had 1 touchdown last year, but he had 68 catches, 1,000 yards, and he actually started the year a little slow. You know, he's a rookie. It took him a little while to get going, but yeah, that's just not good. There was a lot of hype built up around him. And he just brought a bag of nothing. Absolutely nothing. I mean, the last 2 weeks of the season, 2 catches each game, 19 yards. He had a game with 5 catches and 87 yards. He had two 5-catch games, 80 yards and 87 yards. One of those games he had a touchdown, but yeah, no, he was definitely a bust for sure. I mean, JTT's got to be the next big bust. You've got him. You've got, man, Russell Wilson has to be the biggest bust, right? Like, for all the hype, all the talk around him, being a top-tier elite quarterback just about every year, and being the worst quarterback this last year. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Russell Wilson was just flat out awful this last year. Let's pull up his stats for this year, because they weren't good. Like, let's see here. 3,500 yards, 16 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. It's by far his worst touchdown year. The next closest season, he had 21 touchdowns, but he had 4,200 yards that year. He had 11 interceptions that year, 11 interceptions this year. Only completed 60% of his passes, which is just awful. That's by far his lowest. His lowest before that was 61 completion percentage. The QBR, his rating at 84 it's not even close. You know, the next lowest one is at 92. And that was in 2016. So yeah, for me, my biggest bust this year is going to be Russell Wilson. That's a guy that you expect to pick up, plug and play. And he just wasn't that guy. There wasn't any weeks where you really wanted to start him. What was Carr's stats? Carr's stats weren't that great, but he was better than Russell Wilson. I'll tell you that.
Russ finished strong. But he wasn't going anywhere near, like, was it Russ getting drafted in like the 9th or 10th round?
He was someone who was expected to be a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah. He could have been. Just had to get rid of Thackett.
Carr completed 60% of his passes, 3,500 yards, 24 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, and 86 QB rating. So he had the more touchdowns than Wilson, and more wins too, right? Derek Carr.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
Yeah.
He's out.
But you weren't drafting Carr to be one of your quarterback. And if you were, that's just bad. I wouldn't say he's a bust, because he would be a guy that you would draft for a bye week, right? Or you wouldn't draft, you'd pick him up for a bye week. Yeah. You weren't drafting him unless you were in a deep league.
Super deep.
Like, you got to be talking 16 to 18 teams.
Yeah. That's the only way he's getting drafted.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And even then, maybe. Like, honestly. So I don't think you would consider him a bust. I might even consider Aaron Rodgers to be a bust this year. Based off of his previous years. And like, when they were winning these last 4 games, it wasn't because of him, it was because of that run game.
Yeah. I mean,
right?
he was finishing games with 16 to 20 points And that was maybe 20.
It was to the point where he got dropped in leagues and no one picked him up.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Like, you're like, oh, look, there's Aaron Rodgers. Cool.
Two-time MVP.
Right.
Back-to-back.
Just won 2 MVPs. And you're like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I dropped his ass in the league. I go, later, dude. I just can't. It's like, there's no reason for me to hold on to you. You're just not the same dude. Sitting there just knocking back mushrooms and, what the hell? It wasn't ayahuasca. Was it ayahuasca?
Yeah.
Going on Vision Quest and shit in Arizona. Right. Great job, man. Was Murray draft worthy? Who? Latavius Murray? He was
Kyler.
Murray? Yeah, no, people were going bonkers over him.
Kyler had a bad year this year.
Terrible
injury. That's, Kingsbury's gone now, so we'll see what happens there. Because the whole reason why Kyler was there was because that was Cliff Sky. He's like, I'll take the job, but I'm drafting Kyler 1-1 because they had just spent a first-round pick the year before on Josh Rosen.
Rosen got so screwed in the whole.
But in their defense, Rosen sucked.
You didn't give him a chance. He was a freaking rookie.
He had a chance in a few other teams, and he didn't do anything.
After you've already been discarded and stuff like that, your whole mentality, everything changes, right? So he was never even given a fair shake. He was in one of those guys that just another time was like, hey, look, we're drafting somebody else. He just got screwed over. He really did. Yeah. I think, dude, it's not fair to him at all. But that's the shake sometimes, right? That's just how it goes. And
but he had several other opportunities,
to
right?
do something, and he even started. He came out as a starter.
And he wasn't good.
Yeah, not enough.
But there was also a lot of talk, of why was he being drafted that high? A lot of people didn't think he should have been drafted where he was drafted. They're in the first round. They think that they kind of drafted him high. There was a lot of red flags on him coming out of college, and it kind of proved right. Like, he just wasn't that good. Kyler, Kyler is definitely a bust. I had a league that I had him in that was expecting to do some big things and didn't because he was a bust for me this year.
You were getting him like third to fifth rounds.
This was a keeper league that I had him
keeper
in.
League.
Yeah, but this is that league that I'm in with Chris.
Dynasty league.
The dynasty league, not necessarily a keeper. It's a dynasty league. So having him as your quarterback in a dynasty league is good, right? But he just didn't do anything. And my backup was Russell Wilson, who did nothing. Right? You're going into the season like, I got Kyler and I've got Russ. I should be good.
Yeah.
And I wasn't.
God, it got ugly.
I ended up picking up Tyler Heineke. And he did good for me for a while. But yeah, just like, man.
Yeah. A lot of busts this year, a lot of injuries, a lot of just wild. Like, this year was just as wild as any other season we've ever been a part of. It just seems to get just crazier. The busts are huge. You got your steady guys, you guys that come through every year, right? But then I tell you what, there was just so many just wild. I think the hype is crazy. Some people get caught up in that hype, and it just drowns their entire season. But not being able to cut someone loose, like, finally dropping like Rodgers, right? Some people don't do it. Like, I'm not doing it. It's Aaron Rodgers. Like, you have to understand eventually. Like, you're not going to keep.
It got to a point to, like, I think I ended up in one league where he was on my roster, but it was like there was no one for me to pick up. Right. Like, had there been a player out there for me to pick up, that would have been a different story. Like, I'd have been like, oh man, this guy's out here, let me pick him up.
Right.
But there was never anyone where I was like, I want to get that guy.
Right.
So
I'm telling you. It sucks. But yeah, I think Pitt's biggest bust of the year, overhyped, and then Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Russ is a bigger bust, I think.
Got him in like the 9th or 10th round. I mean, everybody had high hopes, but you didn't go spend like a third round or a fourth round or fifth round pick on him. His ADP was like in the 10th round.
Yeah, but you're looking at him as someone's drafting him as their starting quarterback.
Yeah, in the 10th round.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I've had years where I've drafted Aaron Rodgers in like the 12th round.
Last year and the year before that.
Right. And all he did was be an MVP. So
that's what I'm saying, though. But nobody wanted him because they were like, he's not going to do it or whatever. You didn't pick him up. You wouldn't draft him like you had in the past, like in the 4th or 5th round, 4th round. You know what I mean? Aaron Rodgers used to go in the fucking 3rd or 4th round.
Right.
And you're picking up in the 10th round and he hits. Congratulations, you hit it. But it's not a bust if from what you got from him, let's see, the 10th round, you're looking at what? Your 4th string running back or receiver, or your, I'm going to take a shot at a quarterback, a name. And I've done the same thing. I mean, hell, I was like, I'm going to ride Russ all the way to the ground. I ain't switching his ass.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? But towards the end of the year, if you were all the way to week 18, he probably came through by then. He probably came through. He just sucked the entire way.
Nobody started him in week 18.
Could you take the risk? You know what I mean? Like
Nobody.
You're sitting there like, ah.
This might be it.
Oh, God.
I got a feeling. Nobody had a feeling.
I would have loved to see that.
Nobody.
Yeah. I think going to week 18 is absolutely ridiculous in fantasy football. It should have been over week 17. And then on top of that, I would even push it back to week 16. It's just insane to go that far. And then it really does show you that, because if something like what happened in Cincinnati with Buffalo, if that would have happened week 16, you know what I mean, or week 15, they probably would have made that game. With it being towards the end of the freaking year, you can't remake up those numbers. You can't, you know what I'm saying, even like from a league standpoint. And that would have been, it wouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? Yeah. But if it does happen like week 14.
When do you make it up, though?
They got to they'll make the game up. They've made the game up during COVID. They were playing on like Tuesdays and Wednesdays last year.
Yeah, but I think that was a little bit different. Like,
what absolutely was, this guy died on the field. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they were giving him CPR for like 10 minutes straight.
Yeah.
And now he got released from Cincinnati Hospital and went to Buffalo, and then he just got released today from Buffalo.
Yeah, he got
Hospital.
released from the Buffalo Hospital. And
so
awesome for that.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to continue doing his recovery there in Buffalo. And actually, Buffalo worked out a deal with the NFL and the NFLPA where they're actually going to pay him his full contract. So he's going to get paid out his full contract because typically, no, you don't. You don't get paid out for that full contract. You get hurt, you blow your knee out, and you never play again. Sorry, it's been fun, but you're out of luck, right?
Yeah, I feel like, you know what, they're going to have to change some things up, especially if you're paying him out and you're not going to pay someone else out.
They just changed this last collective bargaining agreement.
Uh-huh.
They just lowered what they're paying a lot of these guys, and increased the length of time before you get pension and things like that. So they just did the actual opposite of what they need to do.
Yeah.
So you're just like, what are we doing?
They got the money, man. They got the money. Pay them. Pay these guys. Especially they're putting their life on. They're putting their life on the line. They're putting their body on the line. And if you have a season-ending knee injury, something needs to happen. You know what I mean? If you did it on the field. I'm not saying you got on a damn hoverboard and tripped over your dog, or something like
Derek
that.
Holland tripped over his dog.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going. Riley, right? Or Wrigley. And you know what I'm saying? So there's things that need to be done. Oh man, I think we're good. We're good.
We good?
Yeah, we're good.
You didn't want to talk about Mike McDaniel?
He's friggin' awesome. I love him. Big fan of him. I love watching his clips and his press conferences and stuff. He is awesome.
He's pretty funny.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
He's been funny all season.
Yeah.
The fact that you're just now mentioning it.
Well, it's the end of the season. Season's
okay.
over.
All right.
Cliff Kingsbury got fired. All these coaches got
Lovie
fired.
Smith got fired.
Lovie Smith's gone.
The rumor is he knew he was getting fired, so that's why he went for 2 to go ahead and get the W and send them down to the number 2 pick.
Yeah. Well, those,
But then a lot of people are like, well, it doesn't even matter because the Bears aren't drafting a quarterback because they've got Fields. So.
Yeah. It didn't do anything. It did change the draft order, but it ultimately didn't do anything because they're not drafting a quarterback.
Hey, but what if Chicago trades out of that number 1 spot?
They could.
Now you're out of luck.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's going to probably happen. Let's be honest.
Because there's some other teams that are pretty high that maybe they want that quarterback, and now they got that chance to go ahead and jump ahead of Houston.
Yeah.
So
it's true. It's true.
Yeah. But hey, you do what you got to do, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Lovie said, I'm here to win games.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Not out here playing to lose. We're playing to win. So
it's like, I'm out of here. We're going for 2.
For 2.
He's looking up at the box.
We're going for 2 for the number 2 pick. We're going for 2 points and the number 2 pick. Suck it, Trebek.
Oh God.
You gave me a shit team. You traded all these people away, and I had a crap team, and you expected me to do something with it.
God.
As far as I'm concerned, I just coached the shit out of this team, okay?
They almost beat the Cowboys, too.
Yeah,
and a couple other teams.
Yeah, they did. But no, thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate you guys. We love you. We'll talk to you guys later. As always, I'm Alan.
I'm Rapid Dave.
Talk to you later. Deuces.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.